yourself. Sometimes as you get better and you get quicker, because obviously it looks so easy, but it's hard. It's like milliseconds of difference between braking and turning in, and you're like, and you realise, well, I was slightly too early there, and you kind of kick yourself for doing it wrong.
That's it, man. 100%.
That's reverse. That's not a good start. The boys don't even bother looking at the wristbands now. He's just like, oh, yeah, I've seen this boy before.
Aye, he doesn't even watch. Ideal. So we'll see how it goes, man.
One of my mates, he was saying, like, he was talking to the touring guys like Rory Butcher and all that. And he was saying even with the other guys from the touring, they come up with the local instructors and just go out, there's little tips all the time.
Aye, 100%, man. I mean, I work here 5 days a week, so I'm on track constantly.
Yeah.
We
were going up with the Lotus and Track guys, coming down south.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I went out there, kind of a couple of guys got some tips from the instructors there. What a difference it made. Oh, aye.
Over the curve really early and you're going straight from here back on throttle as you come over and using all the track. Obviously up to your marks, you've got your braking points, so just brake where you usually brake. That's it, get out the brake, off the brake, back on throttle as we come through. That's it. Try not to hit any of that inside curve, alright? Because obviously it just upsets the car. You can attach it, what's the blue one here, hold it here. So miss that on the inside, just on that corner, obviously wherever you brake. That's it. Turning at the apex, he's got his indicator on, so just go past on the right. That's it. Off the brake, over the curve, middle of the track as you come down, perfect, over the curve, back on throttle, and you're coming onto the brake hard, get her down a gear, off the brake in, back on throttle. When you come in there, try and miss the blue and white curve, alright? Keeping the throttle on down the hill, keep it going up towards you, a little tap of the brake, back on throttle, go straight through.
Back on throttle there, okay.
Aye.
That one was made for after.
Aye, so basically one thing is, before you come in the chicane, just dab the brake a little, slow the car down, and then it means when you hit the first curve, you can get straight on throttle again as you come through. So I'll show you that next one, alright? brake, slow her down, and back on throttle, nice and smooth.
Too early there.
That's alright. Keep the power on down the hill, keep the car in the middle, chicane, half of the brake, back on throttle, go, power, use all the track.
The brake's somewhere. The brake's somewhere, you're too early.
No, definitely
Don't
not,
go too
man.
early.
No. That's it, using all the track. Nice one. Middle of the track coming down, round the left, keep a bit of power on, there we go, braking hard and straight, get her slowed, and back on throttle, nice and smooth, using all the track, nice one. Keeping a bit of power on down the hill, that's it, little tap of the brake, over the curve, straight line it, back on it, go.
The brake's somewhere, no. I've just haven't got the confidence to kind of do that.
Well, so you know what to do. See, when we'll do one more lap and then we'll head back in, right? But when you come through, when I say get on throttle, just put 5-10% of throttle in and I guarantee you it'll hold it.
If I spin off, can you buy my car?
I'll buy your car, right?
It's quite hard to get turned in. I know you might get on the port as soon as possible and get the turning done. It's like,
that's it.
Your patience to get on it again.
And that's probably the hardest thing is having patience, to be fair.
Chicane, you're like, oh, we're on and my brain's going, no, wait.
Off the brake and back on throttle as we come down the hill. Nice one, we'll get a good run at the chicane here, so we're round the left, keep it left, hard on the brake, that's it. Off the brake and smooth on the throttle, that was lovely. Using all the track. Nice one, keeping the power on as you come down the hill, that's it. Then you come up to the chicane, I'm tapping the brake now, get 5% of throttle, go, power, use all the track. That's better, man, that's better. That's the thing, it's all about kind of taking these baby steps just to get that confidence built up. That's it, unwind the wheel, using all the track, that's it.
Not relying on the traction control. There's sometimes I feel it sliding, I'm like, I've got it, and then it kicks in. But have they got the money or the skill to turn everything off?
I would turn it off personally, nah.
And to me, I know the car's doing all the work, but I thought, well, that's what I bought it for, basically, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely, man, 100%.
Last thing I've got to do is pretend I'm a hero. I've got it, and then I just spin off, because it spins like a knife on a table.
Oh, I can imagine, absolutely, man, I can imagine. And to be fair, like, as I said, like, see your commitment when we first went out, like, even obviously now, it's pretty bob on, man, eh? Like, it is actually, you're carrying good speed and all that kind of stuff. Obviously the wee changes that we did make was obviously not taking as much curb on the inside of Clark's.
Yeah.
And then also at chicane. Now I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, it's a lot on the brain to be like listening to me. You've never even met me until like 10 minutes ago.
I've been up with a couple of instructors and coaches and I do trust you 100%. I couldn't sit there. I'd be shitting myself even more. And I know you can feel the car moving a bit more because you've tuned your body and your brain and feel. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm still learning all that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's why I said before, like, see, when it comes to like trying to build confidence up, the worst thing you can do is overcommit and then it knocks your confidence, if that makes sense. If something goes wrong or anything like that, it does take a knock to the confidence, and then see, try to get back over that takes you a long time, man, eh? So like, see, as we come through the chicane, as I said before, like that last lap, man, like, although it was only 5%, 10%,
I felt the difference there.
It's a step in the right direction, do you know what I mean? So see, as you come, like, see if you go back out, do a session, right, where you're like, right, I'm going to focus on the chicane at most, right? Obviously I'm going to drive the rest of the lap like I usually do, but mentally just be like, right, Jack said, a little dab of the brake, after I hit the first curb, 5% of throttle, just as if you're breathing on the throttle, just a little bit, and it'll just help you with that feeling as you come through. And then obviously the more confident you get, the more kind of throttle you can start to add in. But obviously it's just all about trying to build yourself up to it, man.
So pretty much you want to be in the middle of the road before you come up to the left hand side, the start of the chicane, and you want to be taking the two chicanes straight through to like the exit on the blue and white. But I can't see that. I know it's there, but I'm always like, if I get it wrong, I don't want to be going into the gravel there.
Aye, yeah, totally. I mean, it is a stunning car. The last thing I'd want to do is run it through a gravel trap, to be fair. So, fair play for that. But
see, the other thing I noticed as well, when we come down the main straight, obviously today it was like wheel spinning, can just the like start finish line. But I noticed the difference, and I'm not saying you're fat or heavy, like
you're
see with the passenger.
Yeah.
When I'm braking for the first corner, as I hit that first apex, I feel the car's more weight goes over.
100%.
Before I would straighten up and I would get power going downhill and through the first corner.
Yeah, man. I mean, to be fair, I'm 88 kilos, so...
Yeah, I'm still heavier than you, mate.
No, but I mean, like, see, just adding that kind of weight sat in the passenger seat totally makes a big difference in the car. Like, absolutely. So, like, when I get out of here, like, you'll probably find yourself carrying an extra 1 or 2 mile an hour up the main straight and stuff like that. Just little things like that make the difference, you know what I mean? Because
if I take boys out, I know now I need to brake that slightly earlier because of that.
Yeah.
But I love... It's like 1,000 piece. If I say to the guys, it's like a 10,000 piece jigsaw. Right? You think you know it, you can maybe do the corners or the straight bits first of all, and then it takes ages to get all the little bits, and it's so hard. But I tell you, I love spending time with your guys, like, and getting all the knowledge. Yeah?
No, definitely, man. I mean, as I said, like, that's the whole point of us being here. Like, anything that we can help you with.
See, I can go away, watch back the footage. I've got another thing to kind of chip away at. Anything else that I'm doing right or wrong that?
So as I said to you, I genuinely like how committed you are through Duffus, right?
Yeah.
Like turn one, I genuinely really like it. I was thinking when you were going round the first lap, coming into it, I was like, fuck me, we're braking quite late here, and then I actually slowed down and we carried lovely speed coming through it. I was like, do you know what? Fair play, man.
See how you were saying put power on for Duffus? With you in the passenger seat or other passengers, and I'm by myself, the car seems to straighten up more before it goes down a hill. I felt as though the car was still leaning over, and I thought I didn't know what to put power on then when it was unbalanced.
Oh, absolutely. Is that right? I mean, to be fair, you're right in what you're saying. There's a couple ways that can, like, the little bit of throttle helps you. So usually what you find is see when you're coming through a corner, obviously you're heavy on the brakes, right? This is the nose of your car, right? All your weight isn't on the back, alright? Although I know the engine's in the back, but although you've got that hard brake, the weight is effectively like that, alright? When you accelerate, the front goes up and the rear comes down, alright? It's just basic kind of weight transfer. So if you can imagine you go through Duffus and you're not accelerating and you're not braking, the car's neutral, chances are it's going to be a little bit taily. Alright? So that's why when you come off the brake at Duffus, I'll always say get a little bit of throttle on. As I said, if it's 5%, 10%, and all it does is it moves the weight to the back and makes it a bit more stable.
Because the back's light and you're turning in and you're going up over the downhill as well.
So that's why, like, with a little bit of throttle on and getting over the curb, it means that the weight of the back, like the weight is on the back of the car. Alright, so it's just kind of the car's just sitting, squatting down. But obviously as you come through Duffus, just 5-10%. Oh, it doesn't squat it right down, but obviously it just moves that weight to the rear. So it's obviously it means you've got more grip on the back because there's more weight pushing down on it.
Is it McIntyre's the next
right-hander, yeah.
Downhill to there, sometimes I feel as though I could do more throttle downhill. So, do you feel that?
I mean, it's the exact same situation as Duffus. The worst thing that people can do is lift off throttle and turn in there. It's quite a common thing, alright? So that's why, like, before you get to chicane, you'll hear me saying, right, keep a bit of throttle on as you come down here. See, because it is downhill and it slightly is off cambered. See if you're not, like, see if you're like off throttle, that's where you're more likely to have that big moment. So that's why I always say keep a bit of throttle on as you come down there, just to keep the weight on the rear so you can accelerate, obviously, coming down the hill.
So see for the chicane, you can see where I am and the tips you give me, and I felt on that last one that I've got on the power and I got a smoother exit. What can I do for memory to go back to line myself up? So I want to be in the centre as I'm going uphill.
So what I would do is I would go centre as you come uphill, and what you want to do is see where, I'm trying to think. Can
I line up any of the sausages or the curve? Can I see that? What's the markers?
I'm trying to think. The one thing I would potentially line up, I'll need to get a photo. I'll need to have a look. But is where the green. So see the green curb. Like obviously you got the blue and white, and then you got the green. Where the green curb starts to split the point. That's where you want to aim for.
Okay, right.
Just to the right hand side of that, or you can take me personally, I would take the green curb as well, but I wouldn't hit it too hard, because if you hit it too hard, you're just going to knock the thing right up there.
Drivers there, but the two wheels could
I know. So I would say your best point there for aiming is when the green on the left is starting to point, because obviously it goes like that round the corner, doesn't it?
Okay, right.
And you've got the blue and white that follows that.
The same with Clark's. Miss the red and white apex on the right hand.
The blue and white on the
blue,
inside.
white, yes, right, yeah. Because it just upsets the car too much.
Absolutely, and obviously you felt it first lap, traction control kicked in, and it just kind of killed the speed on the exit. So see if you can come round there, obviously carrying the speed you're carrying, getting into that white line at the apex, and then you're obviously accelerating out. You shouldn't have that traction control kicking in. You might feel there is a little hump in the track, because there still is, but obviously if you take the blue and white curve, that's when you're going to get just mad kind of traction control kicking in.
I think it's amazing at Knockhill, even though it's a short circuit, the first half of it is so technical, it's unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely. It is quite a difficult first sector, like, to be fair.
Well, Jack, thank you very much, mate.
No, you're very welcome, mate. It was a pleasure. Again, if you do need a hand with anything, or you've got any questions, if you're up on a track day and you see me floating about, just come over and ask, man. Feel free.
Okay, no bother. Thank you very much.
No worries. Try and get out of this now.
There we go.
It's the hardest bit's getting out this, eh?
Aye.
I mean, to be fair, I'm used to a NASCAR window, so climbing in and out with that with a helmet on.
Of course, all your cars will be left driving. If we don't see you, good luck with your championship race.
Thanks very much, mate. Again,
Good luck,
pleasure, alright?
Cheers, thank you.